thank you all for joining us here. I'm sure it is a relief to get out of your rooms at last. PC Dim, if you could just take up your position by the door.
Yeah, of course, sir.
This has been a difficult case to unravel, with a tangled thread of reasons that would benefit you all if Sahogit was removed from your lives. You, Will Nilly, who we now know to be the love child of Sahogit and Capability Browning. He refused to acknowledge you, and you were growing restless with Capability's advice to take things slowly, wanting, in your own words, to blow it all open. And Capability Browning, also rejected by Sahogit, desperate to make amends to your son, and watching with recognition as a new, young maid catches Sahogit's eye. Did that resentment turn to murder? PC Dim.
You, Mona Moneybags, a historically troubled relationship with your firstborn son, and then you find out, probably from Daisy Maisie, that he is planning on putting you into a nursing home. And that brings us to Daisy Maisie, already well versed in coercing money from elderly employers. Did you fan Mona's feelings of hatred towards her son? Encourage her plan to dose him with rat poison? Hope Moneybags, already nurturing years of resentment towards your brother for splitting up your friendship with Penelope Clermont Smythe. The pot boils over and you decide to take action. Violent action?
John T. Forgive me, Sir John T. Moneybags. You have always cradled a secret resentment at being born 4 minutes too late to warrant your brother's title, fame, and wealth. And your partner, lately become your fiancée, has a desire to become Lady Moneybags. And Chimera Lumix, finally we come to you. A good friend of Sahogit's. No motive to kill him, and even the possible suggestion that you wanted to become Lady Moneybags has been shrugged onto Jonty's shoulders. But, in fact, you flirted with Sahogit to get him to invite you for whiskey while your fiancé lay resting in bed. Always the least suspected. Isn't that not the case, PC Dim? You had grown bored with the nomadic lifestyle of the traveler and wanted to settle down.
Oh, Dom.
Wanted to settle down as Lady of the Manor, but there was a barrier in your way. Sir Hoggit!
Wait a minute. You're barking up the wrong tree, old boy. She doesn't want to stay here. We'll be back off on safari as soon as we're married, won't we, darling?
No, Yonti. I told you. Have you forgotten our discussions?
More of an argument than a discussion. Isn't that right, Hope?
Don't forget I was at dinner table, Jonty, and I heard it.
Argument? At the dinner table?
Ah, that's right. You don't remember the argument at the dinner table because, in fact, you weren't there. You weren't there because you had already gone back to your study. So Hoggit Moneybags, I accuse you of the murder of your twin brother Jonty in an elaborate and carefully calculated ruse. PC Dim.
You invented a reason to bring everyone together in your study day before your fake murder to cause a mess of fingerprints. You collected personal items from every household member to leave at the crime scene. On the day of the murder, you gave Will and Daisy extra chores to keep them out of the way. You also upset Will, knowing the Capability would go comfortably in the garage. You sent her away, but luckily for you, she took refuge in the garden. You also upset Hope, knowing that she would console herself alone in the television room.
You knew that Jonty and Chimera always disappeared up to Jonty's room straight after lunch, and by removing some of your mother's pills, you knew that you were keeping her drowsy. You altered the clocks in the kitchen and hallway so that you could invite Jonty for whiskey, giving yourself time to perform the murder and escape to Jonty's room before Daisy came in. She responded to your recorded cry for help and discovered your carefully constructed scene. While she was phoning us from her room, you slipped out and changed the clocks back. Turning yourself into Jonty, you hoped to create an unsolvable crime. But unfortunately, you left the dinner table 10 minutes too early and missed a vital piece of information. Chimera, whom you had secretly coveted all these years, didn't want to go back out on safari. She wanted to live here.
After all that planning, all my dreams of adventure, I always wanted to be Jonty. I was stuck here doing all the donkey work. He got to be king of the jungle.
See?
It wasn't fair. I thought it was my time to get the good life. And to get the girl.
Oh, my poor Hobbit. And my poor Yonti.
Come on, Sir Hoggett, it's time to go. That's it. Come on, let's go. Go.
Good people of Dundeel, it is time to say goodbye. It has been an interesting case, and we would never have cracked it without you. A hearty thank you from me, and a very grateful thank you from PC Tim.
Thank you.
Your help has been invaluable. So, until the next time.